If you've been on the internet more than 5 minutes, you know that everybody has some simple, easy 4, 5, 6, 7 step solution to make you $11 billion in like 96 hours. Well, unfortunately, that thing doesn't happen. That's not that somebody's selling you snake oil. But what I have for you is a simple 4-step way for you to be successful. And every successful person should already knows what these 4 steps are. The other day I'm in my office here and I'm catching up on some of the Flash, as I tend to do on weekend mornings. I'll catch up on a little bit of TV and before I get to work. And I'm watching the Flash. I'm watching the season finale, and there's a scene between the Flash and Leonard Snart. Now, Snart's a bad guy, and I'm not going to get into the whole DC universe and where he comes from and all that. You guys can Google that on your own. But the Flash hires Snart to steal something from a highly secure location. And Snart says what is probably the most brilliant thing I've heard in a long time, is that there are 4 steps to a successful caper. Create the plan, execute the plan, prepare for the plan to go off the rails, and throw away the plan. 4 steps, 4 ways, 4 simple things that every successful person on this planet knows. Now, we're going to go through each of these ones a little bit here in this short video, and just kind of walk through why it's so damn brilliant. Okay, number 1, bing. If I could make that bing, you would have heard it. Create the plan. Now, from getting up in the morning to making dinner to going on vacation, we create plans all the time. Some consciously, some subconsciously, whether we're thinking about it or not. Like, for example, in the mornings I get up and I come down and I have coffee and I come in here and I check up on emails and answer a few. And so there's this whole plan that I do subconsciously, that I have subconsciously for every single morning. Now, if you're going to go somewhere, you got to know how you're going to get there, right? So you create a plan. You figure out, okay, I'm at point A, I'm going to point B. What direction do I need to go? Which direction do I need to start off in? If you're taking a trip, do you drive? Do you fly? Do you take the train? If you're creating something, it's like, okay, I have an idea. What is the final format that I kind of want it to be in? Do I want it to be audio, video, book? Going to school. It's like, okay, I want to graduate with X degree, so I got to take certain classes. So you create a plan. We all do that every single day. Next step, execute the plan, because you can create all the plans you want. Ding! Execute. You can create all the plans you want, but if you don't take action, they're about worthless. They just crap on a piece of paper. Now here's where it gets interesting. Step 3. Prepare for the plan to go sideways, or off the rails, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to talk about something just going completely. There's an old saying that goes, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And that's kind of how life is. We can come up with all the plans we want. We can start executing them. But eventually, there's going to be a monkey in the wrench. There's going to be a fly in the ointment. Something is going to go wrong. And the plan, quite a lot of times, ends up going completely off the rails. Now, step 4 is where all successful people make their bones. Throw the plan away. Now, life is 10% of what happens to us, 90% how we respond to it. Now, I'm sure you've had stuff go, for lack of a better word, you've had things go tits up. You've had plans just completely nuke themselves and die on the vine, or just completely self-destruct through no fault, sometimes no fault of your own, with all your best intentions and all your best work, sometimes things just don't work out. Now the question is, and then where most successful people make their bones, is the ability to pick up the pieces, to throw out the original plan, but still keep going towards their goals. That's the trick, my friends. You see, there's, I don't know who said it, it's like stay certain about your goals but flexible about your methods, I think is how it goes. I'm not entirely sure, but that works for me. Is that a lot of people will think about being successful or go for something, and they'll have a pen and they'll create the plan and they'll take action and everything will just turn to shit, and then they'll just go, F it, I quit. I'm done. I can't do it. This didn't work, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And they end up missing out on a lot of what life has to offer. They end up missing out on everything they wanted simply because they decided to give up when things got hard. Seriously, if you live near a Publix, BOGO's right now on this, great stuff. So be flexible about where you get. Be prepared to throw your plan away. Be prepared for stuff to go, to turn into a giant, as my friend Joy likes to say, turn into a giant shit sandwich, because it happens. So that's the lesson for you today. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you like it, let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel. All that other good stuff. Check us out. Check me out. secondlifecoaching.com. I'll introduce myself now that I'm 6 minutes in and hopefully still have your attention. My name's Christian, founder of Second Life Coaching, and this is the very first episode of Hot Mess Live as we prepare towards moving towards a more live stream format. We got the podcast. Check it out on iTunes. It's freaking awesome. So until next time, friends, forget safety. Be notorious. Destroy your reputation.